Hello friends, I am Ankit Parekh. Welcome you to this video lecture. In our previous lecture, we were discussing about vectors, its addition by triangular method. In today's lecture, I am going to cover the parallelogram method for vector addition. But before that, I have explained you these things. If you remember, let me give you just a quick recap about it. For vector addition in triangular method, on the head of vector A, you keep tail of vector B. So this angle is theta, which is angle between vector A and vector B, and this is resultant vector R, vector A plus vector B. Resultant vector R is making an angle of alpha with A and beta with B. You can say this angle is 90 degree. Okay, for this R is equals to under root square of A, that is A is what magnitude of vector A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Okay, and for tan alpha you can write B sin theta upon A plus B cos theta. Okay, these are the formulas. Now for R max, you can say A plus B when theta is 0. Okay, that is A plus B, magnitude of A plus magnitude of B. For R minimum, it was A minus B when theta is 180. So any value of resultant vector R, that is between max to minimum. Okay, you can write like this. This is for theta 0. Oh, my mistake. Minimum to maximum it should be. R minimum, R maximum. Theta 0. Oh, sorry, theta 180. And here theta 0. This is for any of the theta between 0 to 180. Understood? So this was the things which we have discussed in our previous lecture. Let me just give you an example for it. Suppose here is a block on a smooth surface. Smooth surface means no friction. It is frictionless surface. I'll apply two forces like this. 4 Newton and 3 Newton. Here two forces are parallel to each other. Okay, so you can say theta 0. Here theta is what? 0. As theta 0, the maximum possible value is R max. R max is A plus B. 4 plus 3. What is that? 7 Newton. Okay, now for the same block, when the forces are like this, 4 Newton and this is 3 Newton. And what is the theta between these two? Theta is 180 degree. Then R minimum, A minus B, 4 minus 3. R minimum is 4 minus 3, 1 Newton. Okay, understood? Now, what if theta is 90? For this, for the same case, what if theta is 90? The block, okay, forces are like this: 4 Newton, 3 Newton. The resultant force is this 5 Newton. The resultant force is 5 Newton, and here is the here is the alpha. Angle between these two forces, theta is 90. Understood? So here R is equals to under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 90. As we all know, cos 90 is 0. So your answer is under root a square plus b square 4 square plus 3 square. Your answer is 5 Newton. Understood now? Fine. So one more case. When this is 4 Newton and this is 3 Newton and here theta is say 60 degree. Theta is what? 60 degree. Your answer of R is under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 60. You can write 4 square plus 3 square plus 2, 4 into 3 cos 60 is 1 by 2, 2 cut, 4 square 16 plus 9 25 plus 4 is at 12, 25 plus 12 root 37. This root 37. So the maximum possible value, root 37 is definitely lesser than 7. Root 37 is definitely lesser than 7. The maximum possible value is 7 and minimum possible value is 1. For the combination of these two forces, the range of resultant force could be 1 to 7, minimum to maximum. Any other value for any other theta that is belongs to 1 to 7 are minimum to are maximum. Please write down this. See, here I have mentioned few questions based on these concepts which we have studied just now. So, first question is A is equals to 10 Newton, B is equals to 4 Newton. These are magnitude of forces, right? And then which can be the resultant of A and B? Okay, first of all, I should find the R max and R minimum. R max is what? A plus B. R minimum is A minus B. A plus B is what? 10 plus 4, 14. And A minus B is 10 minus 4, 6. So you can say the range of R is 6 to 14. The minimum possible value is 6. The value which is lesser than 6 is not possible. The maximum possible value is 14. The value which is greater than 14 is not possible. So let us check 3. 3 is not acceptable. Why? Because it is less than 6. Now 3 is not acceptable. 4 is not acceptable. 14 is acceptable because it is maximum possible value. The 14 is possible. Okay. 7. Okay, 7 is lying between 6 to 14. Any number within 6 and 14, including them, is acceptable. So 7 is also acceptable. Now 30 Newton not acceptable because it is greater than 14. 15 Newton is not acceptable. So in this particular question, which could be the answer, like resultant force is only 14 Newton and 7 Newton. These are the possible answers, right? The answers which are lying between R max to R minimum. So here is the next question. What is next question? R max is equals to 14 Newton, R minimum is 2 Newton for two different forces. The maximum possible value is 14 and the minimum possible value, that is 2 Newton. What is the resultant when they are perpendicular to each other? Here perpendicular means theta is 90. Okay, for two different perpendicular forces, theta between them, angle between them is 90 degree. Now R max, let us start the solution for this. R max is given 14 Newton, so you can say A plus B is 14. R max is A plus B. Now R minimum, that is A minus B, 2 Newton. Just add these two equations. You know the elimination method. A plus A is 2A, B minus B is 0. Here 16, therefore A is equals to 8 Newton. Now what will be the value of B? A minus B is 2 Newton. You can clearly write this. A plus B is 14. Therefore, B is 14 minus A, which is 14 minus 8. B is equals to 6 Newton. Simple logic. Now we have value of A, value of B. Just substitute in the resultant vectors. A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 90. Now you must know cos 90 is 0. Okay, and you can write here A square plus B square, which is cos 90 is 0. So 8 square plus 6 square. 8 square plus 6 square. 8 square is 64. 6 square is 36. 64 plus 36, 100. So root 100. Resultant is 10 Newton. Resultant is what? 10 Newton. Very easy questions. Okay. Now the next question. What is this question? If A is equals to 3 Newton, B is equals to 5 Newton, and resultant vector is also given. Its magnitude is also given. R is equals to 7. Find the angle between vector A and vector B. Again, the same formula. R is equals to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. I need to find that theta. Value of R is given 7. Under root A square, this is 3 square, A is 3. 5 square plus 2 into 3 into 5 into cos theta. Okay, now squaring both sides. 7 square is 49. 3 square is 9, 5 square is 25, 2 3s are 6, 6 5s are 30 cos theta. 49 minus 9, that will become 40. 40 minus 25, that will become 15. So 15 is equals to 30 cos theta. Right? Cos theta is 15 upon 30, where cos theta is 1 by 2. Therefore, theta is 60 degree. Okay? So these are the questions based on the topic which we have studied just right now. Please write it down. So here are the two questions based on resultant vector R, vector P and vector Q. Let us check this out. See, two forces 12 Newton and 16 Newton are acting on a substance at 90 degree. Find angle made by 12 Newton with resultant R and angle made by 16 Newton with resultant R. So two vectors are like this. One is 12 Newton. Say this is 12 Newton length. This is 16 Newton, and they are acting as 90 degree. Angle between them theta is 90 degree. Now what you need to find? The resultant vector making an angle with alpha, say with 12 Newton, and say beta with 16 Newton. So we need to find alpha and beta. Understood? It's very easy. Now, what will be the value of 10 alpha on the basis of this? You can say 10 alpha, if you remember this, b sin theta upon a plus b cos theta, where theta is angle between A and B. What is theta? These are 90. Theta is 90. You say this is A and this is B. Okay. Now B is 16 sin 90 upon A. A is 12 plus B is 16 cos 90. Again, you must know cos 90 is 0. So the answer is 16 sin 90 is 1 upon 12 plus 0, which is 16 by 12, 4 by 3. Value of 10 alpha is 4 by 3. Okay, you remember the triangle 3, 4, 5. Trio 3, 4, 5, famous triangle. So I'll write over here for this. So this is 4, this is 3, this must be 5. And this angle will be 57 and this angle will be 37. You please remember this. Oh, 53 and 37. 53 and 37, total is 90 plus this 90, 180. So this angle must be, this alpha must be 53 degree. When tan alpha is 4 by 3, alpha is, what is the value of alpha? Alpha is 53 degree. See, from the diagram you can say alpha plus beta is 90. Alpha plus beta is 90, therefore beta is equals to 90 minus alpha, 90 minus 53. The answer of beta is 37. You can call it a magic triangle. 3, 4, 5, okay, 5, 12, 13, but that we are going to afterwards. So you must know the value of alpha is 53 when the tan alpha is 4 by 3. Okay, please write down this. Okay, before writing this, you can solve this question by another method also. As you know that B is perpendicular to A, so directly the shortcut tan alpha is 16 by 12, which is 4 by 3, therefore alpha is 53. You can solve directly, but only when, where theta is 90. For any other theta, you must go through the whole process, then and then you can get your perfect answer. Okay, now write down this. So let us moving towards the next question. Angle between two vectors P and Q is 53. Say this. Suppose this is P. The magnitude of P is 10. This vector is Q. And this angle theta is 53. This angle is what? 53. Now, what you need to find, say this is resultant angle. Resultant is making an angle of 45 with P. So, this angle is 45. You need to find magnitude of Q. Okay. Now, I have the formula that tan alpha is Q sin theta upon P plus Q cos theta. See, instead of B, Q is there, instead of A, P is there. So B sin theta upon A plus B cos theta same as Q sin theta upon P plus Q cos theta. What is value of theta? Theta is 53. Q, value of Q I don't know, but alpha is given. Alpha is 45. See, this must be alpha. Alpha is what? Angle made by resultant vector with P. So tan 45, I can write tan 45 is equals to Q sin theta is 53 upon P. What is P? 10 plus Q cos 53. Okay, tan 45 is 1. Tan 45 is 1. You multiply this. 1 is equals to Q sin 53 upon 10 plus Q cos 53. Okay, therefore 10, you multiply this, 10 plus Q cos 53. Q cos 53 is equals to Q sin 53. See, for this triangle, what is cos 53? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. Adjacent is 3, hypotenuse is 5. I can write this 10 plus Q adjacent upon hypotenuse 3 by 5 is equals to Q sin 53. What is sin 53? Opposite. 4 is opposite, 5 is hypotenuse, 4 upon 5. Therefore 10 is equals to Q common 4 by 5 minus 3 by 5 which is 1 by 5, 10 into 5 is equals to Q, and therefore Q is equals to 50 meter. Okay, this will be your answer. Q is equals to what? 50 meter. This both questions we have solved with the use of the formula of tan alpha. Alpha is what? Angle of A, or you can say P with resultant vector, and then beta. You can find beta also. Tan beta will be P sin theta upon Q plus P cos theta. When you write the formula for beta, just replace P by Q, Q by P. All other things will remain same. Okay, fine. Write down this. So here is the parallelogram law for vector addition. That is mostly the formula are similar to the triangular method. It's very easy. See, here is vector A. Say this is vector A, and say this is vector B. Okay. Now in triangular method, we were substituting one vector on the head of other vector, but here just join the tail to tail. Okay, I'll say this one is B and this one is A. Okay, so now the parallelogram A, this is A, and this is B, parallel to this. It don't seems little parallel. Say this is B. Okay. Now this A to A, B to B, join their tail. Now draw a parallelogram, a parallel line to B, and this is exactly parallel to A. So in parallelogram, you must know the opposite sides are having equal magnitudes and they must be parallel to each other. If I join these two, this will be R is equals to A plus B. Okay, this was the angle between vector A and B, theta. This is angle between vector A and B, and this is the angle alpha, vector of resultant vector with A, the angle of resultant vector with A, and this must be beta. So this is alpha. Angle of B, angle made by vector B with resultant vector. So alpha plus beta is theta. The same thing we did in the triangular method. The magnitude of this thing, if magnitude of this is A, this is B, this must be B, this must be A. Opposite sides are having same magnitude. So this is 90. If this whole angle is theta, this is also theta. Okay. B cos theta, B sin theta. This value is A. The same process which we did in the triangular method, that tan alpha is B sin theta upon A plus B cos theta. Tan beta is A sin theta upon B plus A cos theta. Okay, this is resultant vector R. R will be under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Today I am not going to derive this. Simple Pythagoras law, A plus B cos theta whole square plus B sin theta whole square, that is R square. You will get your answer of R under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Same as triangular method. Whether you solve by triangular method or parallelogram method, your answers will remain same. Obviously, these are two different methods. Addition's answer could not be changed. Now, Suppose, okay, now suppose this A is equals to, magnitude of A is A, magnitude of B is also A. Okay, these two are having same magnitude. So resultant vector will be A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So here you can write A square plus 2AA cos theta. Okay, magnitude of each vector is A, similar vectors. Now 2A square, A into A, 2A square cos theta. You cannot add these 2A square, you should take 2A square common. So under root 2A square 1 plus cos theta. So your answer will be here 1 plus cos theta. I guess you don't know this, but this you are going to study in trigonometry. Okay, 1 plus cos theta can be written as 2 cos square theta by 2. This thing I have explained in the basic mathematics which is used in physics. So the whole playlist is there. Please go and check this out. Now 1 plus cos theta, what is 1 plus cos theta? That is 2 cos square theta by 2. So 2A square into 2 cos square theta by 2. Okay, you can say this 2 2s are 4. Add 2 and 2 cut ना होता है. 2 2s are 4. A square cos theta by 2 whole square. Cos square theta by 2 can be written as cos theta by 2 whole square. Now taking square root of 4 is 2. A cos theta by 2. This is your answer of resultant vector R. 2A cos theta by 2 when these two vectors are same. Okay, if theta is 60, you should write 30 over here. If theta is 90, you should write 45 over here. If theta is 30, you should write 15 degree over here. Understood? So this is some basic concepts regarding the A plus B addition, vector addition, triangular method as well as parallelogram method. Please write down. So in our next lecture, we are going to study polygon law of vector addition and subtraction of vectors and so many numericals on the basis of these two topics. So till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.